What do you call a bear without ears? B. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Today, let's talk about all the different recent teams that have been released in the last, I don't know, year and a half or so. It's a very exact science. You'll see. It's gonna be a hoot and a half, folks. So huge shout out to my patrons. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. I could not do this without you. Thank you guys so much. And if you want to support this channel for free, folks, just please hit that like, subscribe, or comment button, and then actually comment if you hit the comment button. But help me mount the algorithm, folks. I would really appreciate it. And for limited time, folks, get a roster review by myself. I do charge for it, but hit me up on Discord. It'll only be this price. You can find the information on the graphic here, by the way. It'll only be this price through July, and then I'll have to raise the price, possibly, maybe not. We'll see. I'm pretty sure I will, though. So get it while it's hot. So let's get into the actual rankings, shall we? Whoa, we're in the game. This is madness. I didn't pick a specific time to, like a specific team to say, like, okay, this is the oldest team that we're going to rank. However, I do think that for the most part, it's the best era to kind of rank is like the last two raids for the most part. So we're gonna start with like the Queen Amidala, Gungans kind of grouping, and then we'll move on. And so in order, the best teams, folks. And I think the best team here is honestly the Queen Amidala team. It's crazy, it's stupid that it's still this strong. Queen Amidala is really good, and it's still countering Galactic Legends in 3s, in 5s. It is still a really tough team to beat. It's really strong if you want to put the Omicron on Padawan Obi-Wan. Even if you don't, this team still just destroys in Conquest. So Conquest is really strong with them. You also have so you have this really strong team in all the different modes, right? In GAC, in TW, that in Conquest, and then on top of that, you also have one of the very best value teams in for assault battles, the Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi. That you already have an incentive to make them really strong because this team hits really tough, really hard, and all the teams that are able to counter it sometimes lose if you are able to out hit them. Basically, if Traya is countering you in 3s, sometimes Padawan Obi-Wan just snipes out Traya. He's just like, you know what, I think I'll just kill you now. We don't have to put up with this. So giving them the incentive to hit hard is already there, and the fact that you can get them to Relic 9 and then get passive amazing rewards is just it's an amazing team altogether. I mean, I just think this team is one of the best currently that we have. There are more and more things that counter it, of course, like the new Bad Batch, Bane, and that's about it. Now, there's always going to be a few things that counter it, but it is a strong team, and it hasn't lost its value at all. Next up is the Lord Vader with Clones team. Look, he used to be Lord Failure, and now we still haven't seen this team without the Apocron. I mean, we've seen it without the Apocron on on those peasants who didn't end up buying the team. But for the most part, I mean, a lot of people haven't even farmed it yet, but it is one of the newer teams, right, in the last year and a half-ish. And Lord Vader and the new clones, he used to be so awkward that it was like, why is he even on this team? Like, who is Lord Vader? Why is he just hanging out with these people he didn't even associate with? Like, Royal Guards came along way later down the line. The He was like, "Hey, I hang out with Maul. He's my lifter unit." Maul's like, "I was plotting to kill the guy." Like, the team didn't make sense. Piet wasn't around for a long time, and now he's no longer around. That was dark, and he will be missed, actually. But one way or another, guys, this new clone team, not only does it make way more sense for them to hang out with Lord Vader, it also is just a much stronger team. It's really good in all the different game modes. Lord Vader's always been really good in Conquest. He's gonna be even better now. He's just really good. He's really good in all of them, guys. I'm excited to use him in TB. To hit auto with him on in TB. I don't actually know if he beats things in auto, but one way or another, it is a very strong team. And one thing I do want to like just really briefly address is people say things like, "I hate this new raid and I don't want to work on these temporary teams in the raid." And I guess it just seems a little weird to say that to me, a little disingenuous even, because I don't see this as a temporary team. He's a galactic legend who they just basically reworked through adding 4 new kits to his squad. I, Whereas the team is expensive, and I'm not gonna like pull any punches on that front. It is going to be a strong squad for the conceivable future. Like I think this team is going to be really good. And so if you don't want to work on a raid team, like find a different excuse than calling the new teams like temporary. So I mean, some of them are more temporary than others, but this team is going to be good for a long time. And like especially this team, it's not temporary. It's not farmable yet. It's expensive, but it's not temporary. Great mothers are really strong, actually. I just didn't really perceive how strong they would be, but they're countering, like they're killing the new Galactic Legend. They're taking out Ahsoka. They're also just able to take out a ton of other stuff. They kill other Galactic Legends as well, though you probably won't end up seeing the Galactic Legends that they do kill very much on defense. They're also just taking out a ton of different things. Like they actually are one of the teams that beat the Queen Amidala team, and they're also requirement characters for Baylan, which is nice to just be able to get that out of the way. And I mean that they're able to counter a lot of really strong things, like I say. And they beat with this squad, they pretty consistently beat the assault battle at tier 3, which is nice to get all that passive amazing goodness. The squad is really strong, and it's built out of requirement characters that you kind of want to get anyways. You also, I mean, I guess the other reason why it's ranked a little bit higher than a lot of these other teams is you're also getting 2 out of the 3 zombie bros, which they're actually listed a little bit later. But like, not only are you able to like, you get these guys to be able to help you unlock Ahsoka, you get Great Mothers and Morgan to help you unlock Baylan. Like, it's a very efficient team. Like, Nice Sister Spirit doesn't even need a Zeta, much less an Omicron. Like, there's plenty of reason to be working on these guys, but you're also getting 2 characters that do an assault battle that is fairly important, because passive resources in this game are so clutch. They're so nice. This team is also really good in Conquest. It's just good in all the game modes. It gets you this specific team. Well, I guess you need Marin in there too, but gets your guild a bunch of GET2 every Rise of the Empire territory battles. The list could go on, but let's stop listing it. It's good in TW too. Okay, I said I'd stop. Gungans they don't have a raid anymore. And that's, according to some, that's tragic. According to some, that's amazing. And I'm not going to take a side on that yet. I'm withholding my judgment. But I will say, despite not being a raid team anymore, this team still shows a remarkable amount of utility. It still is really frustrating on defense, and it's kind of like the new team that you just can't. It used to be like way back in the day, Geonosians were so scary because you couldn't like over time zerg them down. Like you couldn't just throw a bunch of teams at them and slowly one by one take them out. Like Geos were really tough to beat back in the day. And same goes with this team. It's like if you don't have the right team to counter them, that you're just kind of screwed. The stupid frogs just end up being really strong, or you keep them on offense and they just delete like pretty much everything that they want to. Like there are very few teams that they can jump into in GAC and lose to. Like for the most part, they just win. Even they even beat some Galactic Legends. They are a good team. They're not required for any events anymore, and they're a very limited faction. Like literally just light side and Gungan, and that's it. But and frog. But otherwise, they are a good team. They just, I mean, they're right in the middle here, guys. They're still holding their value. Surprisingly, I thought they were gonna suck once they got rid of their initial like datacrons that made them super overpowered. I thought they'd just kind of slouch away like the stupid frogs they are, but they didn't. They're actually pretty good. They're still holding up. Mace and his friends. I know this is a very pay-to-win team currently, and I've heard a lot of people say like, well, this is an insult by these people. Like, oh, well, that team is really good in territory battles, and I mean, if that's all it's good for, that kind of sucks. It is so it's for the new raid. Like it holds value just because it's one of the few raid teams available for the people who have paid for them and everything, of course. And I don't want to pull any punches on that either. It's a frustrating thing to feel like. So someone pointed out recently, Karen, if you're watching, man. And I thought this was a good point. That like none of the guilds who have been doing like territory wars like guides, like no one's using using the they haven't written out instructions on how to use this guy to use its main mechanic, which is the investigation mechanic. Like the investigation mechanic is confusing, doesn't really work the way it seems like it should, or even if it is working the way it should, like it just takes too long. And I mean, it's very currently it's honestly very thematic because they did spend way too long trying to find the Sith, and then it was too late. The battle was already over. The investigation failed, and that's kind of what his main mechanic is. They're like, hey, I know what we'll do. We're in the middle of a pitched battle. I'll investigate them. That seems like a good trick. It's very similar to spinning. That being said, the team is still just pretty strong on its own. The new kits are really good. The GAC Omicron on Temple Guard is pretty cool. Mace's Omicrons seem pretty strong. Jocasta's, some of them are good. Ayla has a cool new unique that she can use. Depa does really nicely with Mace. It is, and it's a raid team. It's good. The kits are good. They go well together, and the main mechanic of the team, investigation, needs further investigation by CG, please. So back to the zombie bros. These guys passively get you resources. Now, can you afford Relic 9 on all three of these guys? I think for the most part, the answer is no. Don't try it. You're just going to get sad. For the people who want to pay money to do it, I think a lot of people who are spenders end up loving this, because then they refresh that final node in assault battles every time, and they just load up on droid brains, on the keypads, on Omicrons. This is a really nice team to have, at least at Relic 7, however. And I'm actually going to make a video on how to do the assault battle. It took me a while to figure out how to do it. It's not like just immediately intuitive, but this team is honestly holds a lot of value just for that. It also counters some cool stuff in threes. You can also just mix and match. Like I have these two guys with the Night Sisters, and then Enoch goes nicely with Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, who is very hit and miss in terms of how often we use him, but he is usable. So moving on to Baylan Skoll. I'll say this. So Baylan Skoll is disappointing for a lot of reasons because there's no event associated with him, right? Like you unlock him and then that's just over. Like there's no mercenary assault battle. There's no like, hey, earn some extra cash, some extra like loot for by using your mercenaries. They're gonna go out and like it seems like a missed opportunity. Like you have these bounty hunter missions that we do sometimes, events, but we don't have anything. It's just like, oh cool, you have some mercenaries, that's neat. Like go sit in the corner actually with a dunce hat. That's it. But I will say this, the team is still strong, and the faction is pretty new, so they're still adding things. And Hondo is a really good character on the team that may eventually get pulled for just hanging out with pirates. And obviously, you have the new Galactic Legend coming, which is weird. But then the other thing that I want to point out is this team also does do, and I know I was just mocking territory battles, but it does do quite well in territory battles. Even if you don't add the Omicron onto Merrick, it still does really well. And especially on the comps with Kira in there, because she's a mercenary, she does well with them. So you have a reason to get her to Relic 5, Relic 8, Relic whatever. So this team does do pretty well. They're good characters. And Baylan has really nice unlock requirements. Like there's no wasted stuff for Baylan. So it's a good team. It's a little disappointing right now, but it's fine. It's fine. Supreme Leader Kylo, I just added this because we have Pointy Teeth Rain. It does feel like a new team in a lot of ways. She has kind of changed the dynamics of this team from Supreme Leader Kylo could kill pretty much anything anyways before, but you'd waste all your banners. Now you have the chance to not waste all your banners because you have Pointy Teeth Ray. It is a good team. I don't know why I just put it way down here because it's not really like a brand new team. It feels like a new team. Bad Batch. Look, guys, I think that out of all of them, this team will probably hold its value the worst in terms of like once the raid is gone, it'll be a very like, okay, cool. You have Bad Batch, that's cool. Also, go sit. If there are any dunce hats left after the last batch that were handed out, go sit in the corner. But now, I mean, this team does well. This one counters the new Queen Amidala. It does counter a few different things in territory wars and in GAC, and obviously it's going to be important for the raid. It's good right now. I feel like this is the team that has the best chance of just having its value plummet. Unfortunately, it's a team made of 5 marquees, and they're all kind of expensive to get and to work on. It's going to be very nice to have for the next year to help us get a max rate score, but until after that, probably stop recommending people to work on them. We'll have to see, but I just don't see the value holding. GL Ahsoka, look. Yes, she's a stronger team than almost all of the ones listed before, right? But there's a difference. It's not just that she's strong. Of course she's strong. She's also incredibly expensive, right? So she has all these really expensive requirement characters, all the different things that make the go into actually getting the character. You have 3 different Relic 9s, a ton of Relic 8s, Relic 7s to unlock, and then you also need Ezra, who's not part of the unlock requirements, but he's required to make the team good at all. And so the team in totality is very, very, very expensive. And then once you unlock her, then what? Like, she doesn't hold on defense in GAC. She does it like it's a better team in territory wars. It does good. Like it's still strong. It still wins in territory battles, but in conquest it does some cool stuff. But all the other Galactic Legends do the exact same thing, just in a different way and for way less expense. And so for the cost that you have to pay to get Ahsoka, I just don't see any value. There's not like, oh, hey, you unlocked Ahsoka. Get this cool exclusive event that gets you all sorts of new cutting edge stuff. Or, hey, use your Galactic Legend to go like fighting a raid. No, it's use your Galactic Legend to just do all the stuff all the other Galactic Legends are already doing. Like, go and spend the most for it. It's just tragic, and she's near the bottom. Zalbar and Mission, it's more of just a gimmick team, you know? Like, the new Omicron is cool. It really is, but you don't need it. It's cool. If you happen to have these characters relicked, I mean, throw the Omicron on and do what you want. And then finally, we have Pirates. Who knows how good they are? This is more of just a question mark team. It's the last team on the list. Who knows? Maybe Smee will end up making them good. Maybe the red helmeted pirate will be amazing. I don't know. Somehow, maybe one day we'll discover why Nest is a pirate for some reason instead of like fighting pirates. That'll be great. So, I don't know. Is this team gonna be good? Ithano's kit just really doesn't inspire a whole lot of confidence. Like, it's bad enough the CG is already telling us that they have to redo it because everyone thinks it's dumb. So anyways, what's your ranking, folks? Did I miss something? Did I miss a team? Is there a team that they've released and I just haven't didn't include it? If I did, let me know in the comments, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things Zereth prevails. Take care, folks, and don't farm Ahsoka, or do. I don't care.